Virginia co-host.
Perfect. Yeah, so sorry because so right now it's recorded. Excellent. I'm not gonna put the camera because I have some issues with the Wi-Fi, so I'm just focusing on the screen sharing. Welcome everyone. So we just started to look at this initiative for cloud native observability personas, which has been somehow lagging for the last I don't know, let's say 5 months or so. We're trying to see how we can proceed. So I have a follow-up question to Mario's questions. One, what do we, because I've seen other initiatives, obviously from operational resilience, that didn't take 3 months. They're actually over 6 months now. And I've seen other initiatives that the same. So pretty much they tend to be quite take longer than 3 months. So I'm trying to understand the scope. So um, what is this initiative or work within an initiative refers to? Is this like do we have to create a paper? Do I have to create a survey? Like what does it really encompass? And is it documented somewhere to say like, hey, this is an initiative, or it can be flexible, it can be whatever you want. I know they're very beginner type of questions.
Yeah. So initiatives are basically initiatives can be anything. There's for example, an initiative is a governance review. For example, in the sub projects thing, it can be a white paper, it can be a survey,
Mhm.
it can be different things. So there's not like a this is a fixed yeah
Mhm.
outcome. The in the initiative itself, it should state what the outcome should be or would be, or what the plan of this is, and
Okay.
what to achieve. And I think what is always important, but that's my personal opinion, is what is not the part of the initiative, like the what is out of scope. Because if you don't add things that are out of scope, you really can really fast digress and lose yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand. Okay, so I mean, we have multiple people here on this call. It does say, so unfortunately, the person who created this and wanted to be, let's say, at least the primary contact is not here at the moment, but we can read through the scope. It doesn't say what is out of scope, but it does provide some goals. And it does say exactly what to do, like basically create a persona matrix, identify primary jobs to be done for each role within observability cycle, and then publish the findings. So we kind of understand what this refers to, define a core set of standard personas relevant to cloud native observability, and obviously, I mean, not obviously, but conduct research and interviews with end user, CNCF end user community, and validate the real world roles. And here the sets, let's say plan would be for around 6 months. And we have some references, which is good to take a look at now because like this we are like three new tag leads within this tag, and it will be good to look at it. So yeah, we have observability white paper, which by the way may or may not be outdated at this point. So this was 3 years ago. So worth taking a look here. So let's see at least the issue if it's, yeah, this is also quite old, 5 years already. So I would say first of all to ask if this type of initiative would make sense this point in time, and just basically revisit everything that was added here. Is this something that you would normally do? If in the absence of the primary contact or the person who created this initiative, would it stand a case or not necessarily? So we can.
I mean, you could move to a vow, so you could accept it already if you feel that it's all right, and that it's worth it. As you
Yep.
just, I mean, what you're currently doing is exactly what the yellow label is for. You're currently triaging it. So
Mhm.
a recommendation would be that write a comment below the initiative, ask basically or put in the questions that you mentioned. For example, one good question would be, as you pulled it out already, there have been white papers that are 3 years old, that are 5 years old. Maybe the scope of the initiative would be not to recreate them, but to update the old paper, because usually people tend to
Mhm.
recreate stuff that has already been there. Maybe updating it would also be an option. And basically ask if there's still interest in this, and if this still does make sense to pursue, and if the person is still willing to pursue it and lead it, or if you need to find someone else to do it. So this is basically the triaging, and then you can remove the triage label, because you then can
Okay.
ask for this, and once you get back from the person or hear back from the person, that can continue with the decision, and also potentially close it if there's no interest. Because always keep this in mind, you have the right to close things. Not every initiative
Mhm.
that is being brought up will be done or will go
Yep.
through. You know what I mean?
Yep. 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 Totally. Exactly. Okay, yeah, this makes it clear because well, necessarily we don't necessarily need to commit at this very second. We just want to do the triage so we can better understand the task. So perfect. This is what we are doing at the moment. So this is what I had in place. I know Hi Nikki, had some other topic about the AI sustainability. Maybe if you want to present that, that'll be awesome.
Sure. I think if you navigate back to the issues tagged, should I share my screen? Okay. I don't have the,
Yeah,
yeah, let me
the you don't have the issue. Yeah, let me just fish it out 1 second.
look for it. Actually, yeah, if you could share the previous view, it's just a TOC report, a repo, right? So,
Yeah, I'm just opening the issue right now. Just let me share again. Okay. Okay. 1 second. Here coming. No, not that one. You are saying this one with a new framework paper to review?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, so let me just add it here.
It's
Right, so
been, yeah, thank you. It's been a long time that this paper is in review mode. As you can see. And I think if there's anyone here who'd like to review this, it would be really great. Um, I I don't have capacity to like implement any review changes myself. I know Marisol would appreciate it. She can give access to her fork to anyone who might be interested in contributing to this as an author, as a co-author. Um, And so yeah, that's the status of that paper. And then I guess like the question is also where would we just publish it in the repo? We would just add it to the repo, right?
Yeah, let's read through it.
Did Dylan oh, is there a PR for this one? Please make sure these are linked for continuity 1918 reopened 2041. What what
Yeah.
is the difference? What are those two things that
Yeah, so the 2041 is the one we just saw the beginning, and this one is the first one.
okay, so she was linking it to the issue. Are and the other so both what
Yeah, let me go back. And this one is the one that got reopened.
got it. Okay. Wait, is this is another this is different? This is the same. I'm
Yeah, let's see what it was this exactly, because I'm seeing some PRs, but I'm not sure what they're trying to do. So it's like a tag infrastructure. Okay, so the problem here was that it wasn't very clear which tag took on the leadership, oh, sorry, ownership of this initiative. So this is why yesterday we agreed to open it, because it might be a joint effort between tags. No, I think this is what we
exactly.
discussed yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
is
Dylan and us. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. I think we need to go at the beginning to see like I mean, by the beginning, I mean like the exact initiative to see what they want to do in these sustainability papers, because
And
there is
yeah,
some interest. uh,
there were
So,
like three issues. They wanted to do three different papers. I think this one is just
mhm.
one of them.
Okay, right. So exactly two papers. We broke up the paper in two. Okay, first white paper and then the second. PR Harrisby. Okay, so 2041 is the one for the first paper, and then the second one is on the other one. Cool. Okay, so basically there are two papers. Uh, this one is the first one, and 1918 is the second one. Let's go back to the first paper and see what changed here in the files. Oh, there are a bunch of images, and there is a white paper. Okay, so there is some information here. And when was this created? 5 months ago. Okay, so 5 months ago. Okay, so at this point onwards, let's see, like from our side as from operational resilience, we need to go through this, read it, obviously, just like for any article, right? For any paper, we need to verify the resources, the references quoted, and see if it's still up, of date, if we need to add any updated information here. and if we need to cross-check this with other tag, right?
Yeah, I think it is quite complete, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
think it's quite close to the finish line.
Mm-hmm.
And so I hope that if I had reviewed it when it was a Google Doc, before it turned
Okay.
into a PR. So I have already reviewed it in the
Mm-hmm.
past, so some of my suggestions were incorporated. I would love to have
Mm-hmm.
reviews from other folks, and then maybe
Yep.
like if Dylan reviews it and approves it, and then I think we need the comments to be resolved. That's another thing. I don't know if Marisol has capacity to resolve all the comments. Maybe we can help there. It's mainly just the review part that's needed there. And I think there's one requested change that's going to block the PR from Nate.
I
So
see. Yes. Right.
maybe if we can dismiss it.
Wait, what? Should
If
we
it's
dismiss it?
completed. If it's
Ah,
been addressed, I guess. I don't
yeah.
or ask Nate to remove his blocking review.
Okay. So this was asked on the 17th. It's outdated, so apparently has been. Okay. So how many? Let's see how many. It's about the image. Okay. So somebody, yes. Okay. So you did add this. The requested changes. Okay. Which blocked the PR from getting merged. Okay. So unfortunately, yeah, we're still at this point. 2 months later. Can we? I'm not sure what's the angle here. Do we need to remove Nate as a reviewer or ask him directly because he's not answering?
Was there a question? I didn't see the thread under Nate's review. Okay, he said images appear. I'll take myself off the reviewers list. I think he didn't take yeah, okay. See, I had asked the same question 2 months ago.
Yeah,
So I think we
exactly.
can dismiss his review at this point.
Okay, so let's. I'm not sure how to do that. You just like you take him out as a reviewer, or like just no, sorry, just go down here and just dismiss
Yeah,
it.
at the
Okay,
there exactly. And I
okay,
think you can
cool.
give a reason.
Yeah. So we asked Nate to remove the already addressed comment as he was blocking here to get merged. Does it look okay, the comment, or?
Yep. Yep. That's fine.
Okay.
And then we just
So,
need some more reviewing.
yeah. So from our side, like operational resilience, what can we do to make this, I mean, progress with this? Just like, I mean, obviously, I mean, I'm not an expert in sustainability. I can take a look at this and just review it like a normal reader, or somebody looking like a this and just reading through it and looking at the paper. Anything like that would be useful, or do you need somebody who's actually involved in something more, let's say, technical this level?
I think, feel free to review it in your capacity. And maybe if you'd like, would you like to share in the TCG channel? And
Yeah,
then
sure, of
maybe we'll get eyes on it from there.
course. So I'm sharing, this is like, let's see, the TCG, yeah, this one, no?
Yeah,
Well, we need some review for this PR. Yeah,
great.
any feedback would be much appreciated. Great. Yeah, no, I think this is a good progress. No, that's not it. Let's see, where is it? Yeah. Okay, so should we add maybe a comment here that we worked on this? We did something just now and say we invited DCG environmental, sorry, I don't know the full name.
Environmental sustainability. And I
Yeah,
tagged Russ from the Green Software Foundation in case he can ask from people from the Green Software Foundation as well.
perfect. For reviews. Reviews, I would just add this comment. Currently, this PR looks pretty much completed. Just to add, like it's not a, yeah, at its early days. Okay, so at least we have here that we are doing some progress with this. Perfect. I think we have a board now when we have like all the operational resilience issues. Sorry, by the way, if somebody else wants to chip in with some comments. Before we go any further.
I have a question, but regarding a different topic, if it's
Sure, yeah.
So yesterday I talked with Nikki about the Green Reviews sub-project, and she said I should probably come here and bring this topic up. If this is like still a thing going on or not, is there some intention to revive it, or yeah, what the current situation is on this?
Yeah, I think we need people to lead the project, and I don't have capacity, but I can hand over things if someone would like to volunteer. Ideally, 2 or 3 people if possible, so that we can have, avoid silos. So the Green Reviews project started as a way to measure the software carbon intensity of cloud native applications. We evaluated it for Falco when it was graduating, and then we realized that maybe it would be a nice idea to have this as part of the maturity review for projects when they're graduating, especially. We built pipelines that were really complex, so it wasn't like tenable, it wasn't feasible for open source and volunteers to continue building those pipelines, and we paused the project. I don't know, Julian, what ideas do you have for how the project could continue? What did you have in mind? If you
Yeah,
were to start over from the beginning, how would you design the project?
yeah, I'm also not sure. I was just thinking about generally because I have now a research project that's very similar to this that will start in January and then will go on for 2 years. And yeah, when I just looked up similar topics, I just found this Green Reviews group and thought, yeah, maybe we can just synergize things from what I'm doing in general for the other project, and then just also maybe be able to contribute the knowledge I gain from there to this specific Green Reviews group. But I don't know how to start or how to begin. That's why I just wanted to see if there's any velocity in this topic at all, or any need to bring this up again, or if it was like a catastrophic whatever failure last time and nobody wants to touch it again.
Like Julian, I'm also interested in, I mean, that's why I pinged the channel. I was interested to see like where is this initiative at. As far as I understood from Uniki yesterday, this used to be an actual initiative, right? And then talk initiative, I mean, and then the channel got created, etc. What was the initial intention, if you can explain a little bit so we can understand?
Yeah, so if you'd like to, could you open this repo, please? And then I can explain.
Sure. So you linked it. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Yeah.
So we have this repo where we start building a lot of the pipelines. So initially we started with we provision bare metal infrastructure. At the time we were using Equinix Metal, but then Equinix Metal was sunset, so we moved to Oracle bare metal. And then we ran Kepler on it. So we provisioned it using OpenTofu. We deployed Flux, we deployed Kepler, and Prometheus and Grafana. And the idea was that was like kind of our MVP. If you see the releases, we actually released a couple of different versions of what we were doing. The first version, it was just a dashboard, like a Grafana dashboard, and we explained the like each part of the software carbon intensity formula. So we went through each of the factors. I won't list them, but we showed how to we collaborated with the Falco maintainers to find out like the rate of the SCI score. So that was a little bit of collaboration with one of the CNCF projects. And then like the idea that was quite successful. Like, we showed the Grafana dashboard, but then we wanted to scale the project, and I don't know that that was the right direction. We wanted to scale the project. We started creating like pipelines. Basically, we wanted to use GitHub Actions that fetch new releases of a project like Falco, and then trigger the rest of the benchmark testing, and then calculate the SCI like for each release. And then we wanted to do that for more projects. So I think that we scaled, we just the scope expanded so much and it became really complicated. And I think we should do it differently. I think the goal in the end was to not have to maintain um a database like for long-term storage, to have persistent storage, and we wanted to integrate with LFX Insights, which is, as a website, LFX Insights provides a lot of information about each CNCF project. But that's where we paused. And then yesterday during the call on the TOC, Dylan, who is in a chair in the infrastructure group, he talked a little bit about how when projects get evaluated for their day two operations as part of the maturity model, the they have more of like a free form Q&A. So there's no like expectation to set up something programmatically like how we were doing it. So that's one avenue, is for someone to just need to answer like, how does your application like work with the SCI? Maybe that's like free form without having to set up like the whole pipeline. Another idea was, what if we work with LFX Insights and like created a design doc and handed it over to them to say, hey, like, we believe that LFX Insights should show the SCI score of projects. This is how it would be achieved. Is this something you could do? But beyond that, like, we wouldn't be able to build it ourselves and maintain the infrastructure around it and like the platform. So, and then like another idea that has come up is like, what if we just focus on sharing knowledge around the SCI in cloud native? Like, we just focus on white paper, blog posts, and that's it, and not try to build infrastructure and tooling and pipelines, etc. I think that's a good idea as well, especially since there's the whole initiative with the Green Software Foundation to build SCI semantic conventions for OpenTelemetry. So those are the different ideas that have come up for different ways to continue the project. If anyone, do any of these? The first one, oh, the free form, like kind of incorporate this in the project maturity, in the review process, but more like as a free form text where people just talk a bit about how their project would fit in the SCI rather than have to like prove it, I guess. But even getting people to learn about the SCI score, I think would be valuable. And even just talking about it and saying like, yeah, this is how we would scale, etc., etc. I don't know. How does this sound?
I mean, for me personally, I thought that this tag was doing something around Kepler. So obviously before, like, I mean, I didn't snoop in so much. I thought it was like connected with Kepler and what is doing, something about that. What you're saying right now is probably bigger, right? So it's comes from a different perspective. And I do think it will be helpful to keep it alive because, yes, we do have this ongoing initiative with the Green Software Foundation about open telemetry. But to be honest, I'm not sure how much the open telemetry community will want to, let's say, create a new repo, create a new SIG for that specific initiative. So, I mean, my opinion, just my opinion, obviously, would be to try to keep this one alive. So, I'm saying the TCG, and see how we can put it in action for the ongoing initiative that we have, obviously coming from Green Software Foundation. And yes, I agree. I mean, obviously, at this point, I think like what you're saying, like the possible outcomes from this will be a bit more difficult to follow because there are like new people that they weren't involved in this project and they don't understand what was happening. Probably creating the content around CSI would be very, very useful anyway. So for the larger CNCF audience, and then think about how we can exploit this further with either OpenTelemetry or any other thing that might come on, from this direction. I don't know. What do you think, Julian, or this makes sense?
Yeah, I mean, I also to an extent that's probably also a valid approach to just spread awareness about SCI and make it something voluntarily or whatever, just to to spread awareness about this. I mean, I found the interesting part of this. I found that like the idea to have it included as a CI/CD step or something in projects automatically and very general approach or a generalizable approach in best case. But it sounds like you tried something like this and it didn't work out last time. So not sure if it's then good to try it again. But I also don't know what would be then the approach to do to revive this or to continue with this in the spirit or with a different spirit. But what would it be? So yeah, I'm not sure.
So can I ask a question, Julian? For example, you said you're doing some current work or project. Do they refer to anything like CNCF projects at the moment, or they're something different? They're more like on carbon efficiency and energy. What's on which topic? If you can share, obviously, yeah.
No, I will start in January on a project, which basically uh, energy regressions in CI/CD pipelines or detecting via CI/CD pipelines, but it's not a CNCF project, or nothing related to it. That's why I just wanted to ask or see if this is still alive, and then maybe we can just cross contribute between these projects. And yeah, but it will just start, so I have not really an idea how to. Yeah, it's in very early stages, so I just wanted to see if it can be included or not, or can I benefit from the previous experience, or give something back, something like according these lines.
Yeah, Nikki. Yeah.
I think that it's worth trying again. I think it's worth like reviving this and publishing even, I don't know, a blog post around the SCI as part of this initiative, about the CI, like having this as part of CI/CD. I think it's still worth it. I think what we tried to do, like we didn't build an action. I think building an action could be interesting. And I think
Yeah.
Kepler there was some initiative to build like to make Kepler work in CI, which would be worth trying. And if it failed once, is it worth trying again? Yes, I think so. I think for example, the SCI semantic conventions for OpenTelemetry, it took us 3 times over many years to get it to work. So I think it's worth trying again. And like, yeah, even if you would like to lead this individually or with the support of the rest of the tag operational resilience and like the TCG, I think it would be really great. And you could try things,
Yeah. Okay. But I think that's already everything I wanted to know for the first time, so that I just have a general idea that maybe if I propose something very nice, it has the chance to get accepted or not, or get more life into it back again. So I would just think about it and see how this can be included, and then maybe I will write you, Nikki, or something, a private to chat a little bit about the previous experience, and then I will see over the next weeks if I come up with something.
Sounds good.
So thank you very much.
Yeah, obviously we have just 5 minutes. I don't think we have time to review yet another issue here. Obviously, we can go and review some of them that needs triage. But I wanted to come back to this issue with the TCG. I think, yeah, I mean, it's good to keep the lights on, as they say, keep the lights on. because I was interested. We could do a brainstorming, obviously, Nikki, but I was interested, for example, I mean, I was working. I stumbled upon an open source project that deals with the same like somehow observability for green observability. It's somehow connected with green observability. And I gave it a try. I tested it out. It was very interesting. And from my perspective, working with OpenTelemetry, I was interested to see how can we put this in action with observability. And it did work like part of the larger schema. And I was wondering, okay, but how can we put it back, or how can we link it with other CNCF projects? Like the only project that we have at the moment is Kepler, right? So it might worth to keep this alive, to see like, okay, we have other open source project. What can we do with this? Obviously, linking it with a CSI in the future, and just at least keep this channel for any brainstorming. I mean, for example, we could talk about it, but and see if people would be interested, obviously, in taking the lead or having a couple, 2, 3 people that will lead it. But yeah, I was for this one in particular, I had like questions around that, like Kepler, how you can link it with other green observability pipelines. Yeah, but probably that will be a whole discussion for another time.
Yeah, I think right now we can talk about it at maybe at another tag meeting, because now I'm not sure how we can fit. I feel like we need to talk about it more, and we are almost out of time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, that's food for thought. And anyway, like this, we can keep this. I mean, next time we definitely need to go through these issues and focus on the triage. We have a few of them that are a bit old from last year, so definitely something to do our next in September. Yeah. Do you have any questions? By the way, we have a couple of minutes. Have any questions? If not, yeah, thank you for participating, and we'll have the agenda. You can access the agenda if you have anything else to add there. Thank you all.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.